This is Mickey. Hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Anyways, it is game day, so we are rocking our Georgia gear. And you can go now.
Okay.
Anyways, so no particular reason as to why he was in the video. He was talking about how I'm always stopping recording whenever he walks into the room. So he's like, am I a secret? It's like, no, you're not a secret. But anyway, so this is completely beside the point of the video. I got a comment on a video that I made a few months ago. And they asked a couple of questions. I responded to it, but it wasn't really for me, it wasn't a satisfactory answer, so I kind of wanted to do a whole video on it. So here it is. The first question was, do you get to pick your facility? Now, that question doesn't technically apply to me because I'm not sent out by a temporary aid agency that gets sent to facilities. I work in home health care, which is different, but it's not. So it's different in the sense that I go to people's homes instead of facilities. And as far as the foreseeable future is concerned, I know exactly where I'm going to go on a day-to-day basis until further notice. Now, with when you're sent out to facilities, you can be at one facility one day and then another facility another day. That's not how my agency works. But yes, if we're referring to clients, yeah, you can choose your clients. And no, you can't choose your clients. Now, this is, it's not like there's like a catalog or something that you can go through that says, okay, I want this client or I want that client. You're offered an assignment. You can take it or you can refuse it. The trouble with refusing a client is you don't know when there's going to be another opportunity or another offer on the table. So generally, as a rule of thumb, when you're first starting out with your agency, be it working, going to facilities or going to private people's homes, I would always accept my first offer, because even if you accept it, it doesn't mean you have to keep that client. If you're not comfortable with your client or the facility that you're going to, if you don't feel safe or you just don't feel like you mesh well with them, you can go to your scheduler and you can tell them, hey, I just don't feel like this is a good fit for me. And they'll find someone to replace it. You do have to continue to go to that client unless there's a safety issue. If there's a safety issue, they'll take you right out. They'll say, okay, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. You don't have to go back again. Because I've had an issue like that before where I did not feel safe and my safety was actually threatened in at a person's home. So when I called my scheduler and I told her about that, she said, "Oh, okay. Well, don't you worry about that. You don't go back there." And I was almost immediately given another assignment. But if it's just you just don't feel like you mesh well with that client, then yeah, you're gonna have to continue to work with them for at least another 1 to 2 weeks, so they have time to find someone to replace you, and then you'll get another assignment. Second question was, do you get to pick your hours? In a sense, yes, and in a sense, no. So here's the thing: when you're hired and you go in for your orientation, they ask you, what hours are you available to work? So you tell them, like, they ask you, can you work overnights? Can you work days? Can you work weekends? Can you work holidays? And I said yes to everything except live-in, because I would like to see my own home more than like once or twice a month. So I said yes to overnights. I said yes to day shift, evening hours, holidays, and weekends. So that kind of left a big, it's a big selection for me, for clients. And the more you say no to, the smaller the pool gets. They also ask you what type of people are you, not what type of people, are you comfortable with working with catheters, colostomies? Are you comfortable with working with paraplegics, people that use gait belts, different stuff like that? And, you check yes or no on each of those categories, and then they also are able to fit you with a client that way. And they also look at your personality while they're talking to you during your interview and during your orientation. And they kind of get a feel for the type of people that you might work well with. So they're able to figure that out, plus with what schedule fits with what your availability is. And you're kind of at the mercy of your clients. So they'll try their best to find something that matches your schedule as best they can. But you've got some clients that are they're between 2 and 5 days a week for 3 hours or 2 hours. And then you have your other clients that are 7 days a week for 12 hours. I mean, the hours are all the care hours are just all over the place sometimes. So that's another factor that you have to take in. So, but yes and no. You can pick your hours, you can pick your client or facility. It's just a matter of how hard your agency works to work with you, and what kind of schedule you're willing to work with. So I really, really hope that this was helpful or informative. If that created more questions for you, just ask them down below. And if you have any more questions, just let me know. I absolutely love trying to be helpful, especially with doing stuff like this, because this line of work, as I've mentioned in so many of my other videos, is very, very important to me. I'm very, very passionate about it, and I strive to make sure that the probability of whether or not you will enjoy this type of work before you even go into it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stop this now, because I've got to get my snacks together, because kickoff is at 7:30. So and it's I think it's after 4 now. So I'm going to let you babes go. Hope you have an awesome day. Love you guys. Bye.